My name is Azman 1615819 will be presenting circuit monitoring for household appliance. I'm from Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering and I'm being supervised by Dr. Siti Hajar Binti Yusoff. For my presentation, my content outline is as below: introduction, objective, methodology, result, discussion, and conclusion. For introduction, we know that the power consumption by every household in Malaysia increase from year to year, as there is no precise way to determine the usage of every electrical appliance that is used in our daily life. Despite the huge amount of power consumption used, Malaysians do not seem to care enough to save energy. People are not aware and have no idea even a small appliance consumes a high power. This project can be counted as new and will help residents in the future. This project will help with local residents' needs because it will be much cheaper and follow Malaysian serum standard. For the objective, number one, to investigate the energy consumption of electrical appliance in the house. Number two, to develop a program that can make energy reading more easier in the future. And for the number three, to design a system that help to observe energy consumption easily on the smartphone. Next, for my methodology, I will introduce, firstly, a device is assembled by using Arduino Uno and ICT as current sensor, and every device is connected to the house appliance by using the clamp of SCT013 and 030. The device take the current reading and display on the LCD screen. The device send data to Blink, mobile application of users. Next, the data show current usage of power, consumption, and tariff rate to the users. Next, I will show you on how my devices is being used.
My name is Najmi and I will show you the prototype of my project, which is the circuit monitoring. I will show you the prototype for my project entitled Circuit Monitoring for Household Appliance. And here I have my device, which I connect directly from the power source and I clamp at the link part of the wire. And here you can see that I connect with my dry iron, and Panasonic dry iron. Here I have my connection and connected with the Arduino Uno and the Wi-Fi chip and also with the LCD screen. And I will connect to any power source which I use power bank because I want to show you the result. When I connect here, I will show you. Okay, start. The Arduino smart meter, energy meter, in which the current is fluctuated. It will show you the voltage. Again, it will show you the watt, the power consumption per hour, which is 200 something kilometer per hour, and the current is dropping.
Okay, that's how to use smart meter. And for the result, I can proudly say that I achieved all the result that I wanted. For the first one, I'm using the Panasonic dry iron, which you can see at the table below. At the pie chart, you can see the average hourly power consumption by dry iron in watt, approximately 840 watt, and for the daily my average, I will get around 855, and for the weekly, I will get around 910. I can assume that weekly is much higher because uh, household because the user is using more dry iron than any other time. And for the Samsung television, as you can see in the pie chart below, that the weekly power consumption is around 681 and lower to be compared to the Panasonic dry iron. And for the last one, we are using the Sharp air conditioner. The Sharp air conditioner for the weekly power consumption is approximately 910, which is uh, near the power consumption by the dry iron. And you can see the table below. The average power consumption between the appliance, you can see I compare between the three appliances, and the data is quite interesting because the most power consumption is by dry iron and air conditioner, and the least one is by television. This is because both Panasonic dry iron and Sharp air conditioner are using heat, and heat is well known as the most electrical usage in our appliance. Okay, for the discussion, this project was started by assemble of the device that monitor the current usage by using Arduino Uno, Arduino Wi-Fi Shield, SCT current sensor, and LCD monitor. The system is communicating with the user by using the mobile apps, which is Blink, to show three main elements of the appliance. First one is the current usage, second one is the power consumption, and the last one is tariff rate. Why tariff rate? Because you want the user to know how much every appliance costs them. And the data is displayed on the LCD and as well stored in the Blink server. The Blink application user can access know how much the energy used by each appliance. Each appliance is then compared between each other to determine the power consumption and the tariff rate. Most users are unaware with energy waste when using the household appliance. Every electrical device must be turned off and unplugged from the socket to reduce wastage. And here is the data that I get from the averagely power consumption by every appliance. For the first one, Panasonic dry iron, Samsung television, and the last one, Sharp air conditioner. As you can see here that the averagely daily power consumption for the dry iron and Sharp air conditioner again higher than the Samsung television. For my last graph, you can see that our tariff rate is higher but when using Panasonic dry iron compared to the Samsung television, and Sharp air conditioner follow shortly. And you can see on my table below for every appliances. For the conclusion, all the objectives is achieved because the number one, energy consumption of electrical appliance in the house is achieved, which means we want to know the energy consumption for every appliances, and we know by using our sensor. Energy reading is easier using the system developed, as we develop the system that can know how much the energy usage from our mobile phone by using the mobile apps Blink. And the energy observation on the smartphone using mobile apps application is achieved. And I think that's all from me. I hope you enjoy my video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Najmi bin Azman. 1615 819. Assalamualaikum.